Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I have a treat for you today. Two foreign monstrosities faced off against each other in an exciting PvZ matchup on Star Station. Spawning in the top left-hand corner, playing under a barcode account, the slayer of Zergs everywhere, the Swedish monstrosity. It is Naniwa. Spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Star Station, playing blue Zerg, the Canadian killer. It is my Insanity's Kane. Now, there's a bit of bad blood between these players. Let me talk about that. Kane has been known to rustle some jimmies in the past, and Naniwa is known to have his jimmies rustled in the past. So naturally, whenever these players hit each other on ladder, there's some bad blood. Now, in previous games, Kane might have been guilty of dancing some units in front of Naniwa's face. Naniwa does not like that, so already going into this game, there's a little bit of hate, so that's something to look forward to. So, everything's really standard, no crazy proxy gates or 6 pools. Naniwa's been known to proxy gate in the past every now and then, but looks like he's going to go for his usual gate expand. Now Kane, checking for proxy gates with this drone. This is smart, because this drone will also serve as an anti-cannon rush in case Naniwa went forage, which Kane doesn't know because obviously his overlord hasn't gotten to his base yet. So Kane is getting this hatch first down. As a Zerg, this is ideal because you get the better economy. However, if Naniwa had opened forage, it might have been bad news bears for Kane. Gas coming down for Naniwa. As soon as this gateway finishes, the cyber core will probably go down. I say probably, it definitely will go down. Pylon here. This is indicative of an expand, obviously. Cyber core goes down as well as a second gas for Naniwa. Pool gas down for Kane. Nothing special. So really standard game from both of our players. Gate expand will offer Naniwa some nice early pressure. Around 6:30, he'll be able to do a lot of different things to Kane. Most likely, I'm going to go ahead and venture a guess it'll be 4-gate pressure. I don't know for sure, but knowing Naniwa and knowing how the matchup works in general, that's what I'd say. Proxy pylon coming down for Naniwa. Standard stuff. You know, playing PvZ, it's almost like playing whack-a-mole, except instead of moles, it's pylons. Protoss players love to hide these damn things all over the map. Obviously, people who've played the game know this, but if you're new, basically, if the Protoss player can get away with hiding a pylon close to their opponent's base, they're going to be able to do a very potent attack. However, this isn't a normal proxy pylon. This is a pylon to power a stargate, so proxy stargate coming out of Naniwa, something that's really common in PvT that we don't see a lot of in PvZ, so good to know. Kane immediately hitting that inject as the queen comes out. Nexus going down for Naniwa. And Kane's going to scout in here and not find much of anything. This looks like really standard PvZ. But, I mean, if that Stargate hits him in the mouth, it could be really bad. Naniwa has 2 zealots out. Kane made a couple lings to scout around and be obnoxious, and he will make it into the main base. However, Kane won't see anything. I wonder if Naniwa hadn't proxied the Stargate, if he would have made a more concentrated effort to not let Kane in the base. As it stands, Kane thinks it's business as usual, but in reality, this proxy Stargate could hit Kane right in the mouth for severe damage. Relatively fast third coming down for Kane. Lots of drones coming out for Kane, and the Oracle is the weapon of choice for Naniwa. Interesting here. So basically what's going to happen, since Kane didn't scout it, Naniwa is going to come in, Kane's not going to have any spores, and he's going to kill lots of drones. At least that's what I would guess. I'm guessing that's what Naniwa is hoping will happen too. Foraging Gate coming down for Naniwa as the Nexus finishes. Mothership Core as well as a Zealot coming out. So this is going to be nice for Naniwa. He's going to hit Kane right in the mouth, but hold that thought. Lings are out for Kane, and he picks off the Zealot immediately. Kane opting for speed, and then he stopped mining gas. So Kane able to get that hatch first economy, and then able to get plenty of drones out with speedling. So I like this opening from Kane. It's safe and strong economically. So that little pressure got completely neutered by Naniwa, which obviously isn't good for him. So this Forge is going to start researching very soon, I would venture to guess, as soon as Naniwa's gas climbs up. Double gas coming down for Naniwa. This third is very hard to take for Protoss, and Kane already has Lings out. So I would guess Naniwa is just going to all in here. However, there's really no other signs of an all-in coming. There's no plethora of gateways or chrono boosted Forge as of yet, so it kind of looks like Naniwa is playing a macro game, but he's in a tough position. This pressure really needs to do damage. 3 of these bug zappers coming in, these oracles, annihilate the queen, working on the spore. I don't think the spore is going to finish. Right as it pops, it goes down. 2 more spores going down for Kane. This is not good for Kane at all. Roach is coming, and a void ray being pumped out of the proxy stargate. Drones being pulled frantically, but 3 of these little bug zapping oracles, not easy to deal with. However, Naniwa loses one to an encroaching queen and has to run away with 2. He's done severe damage, killing a drone and a queen and making mining stop. But Kane had a hunch, as he didn't see anything. He had to be safe and put down spore crawlers. I think if Naniwa had gone with the 2 oracles, he might have had a little bit more success. A 4th oracle coming here, making sure that the outside of Kane's base is secured. A lot of times when you have to panic and make a lot of spores, it's unnecessary to have 2 at your bases, so you just move 1 out. Works for a lot of things. Detection, obviously, can kind of skive off a mothership core. Immortal being chrono boosted out for Naniwa, as well as Sentry, so 2 very strong Protoss units, obviously, the Sentry and the Immortal. Kane looking around saying, hey, I didn't see a Stargate, but obviously you made units, finding this proxy. So Naniwa definitely trying something different. This is very non-standard. Now, it worked in the sense that Kane was caught off guard, but the lack of tech that Kane saw tipped him off that it was something fishy. So he made the spores, which kind of hurt his economy, but in the end saved him, because the spores were exactly what was needed. I missed a little oracle action there, but they only have 8 combined kills, so I don't think we missed very much. Naniwa might, loses another oracle, and he might lose this one too. No, he doesn't, but Naniwa, this proxy oracle opening not really working very well for him. You know, I stated earlier that he did damage, and he did, but he didn't really do enough damage to justify the oracles. So we have great saturation coming from Kane. We have perfect saturation on all 3 bases. And a little skirmish coming out here. Naniwa loves his micro-intensive Void Ray Sentry compositions. So he's pushing out across the map. Kane making Roach Ling, trying to defend. His Spire is about to finish. Naniwa lost his Stargate, so he can't produce Phoenix. Now, if Kane can hold this little pressure off and go into Muta, Naniwa is probably just going to lose. This Oracle, using the detection ability to clear the creep, this is very smart. Kane is posturing forward with the Spore Crawler and spreading his army brilliantly. Naniwa is reinforcing, but even though this Protoss army is very strong and this push looks very scary, Kane is very prepared to deal with this. Naniwa wants to get in a good position so he can force field. This is what I was talking about. The spore is very annoying. Force field needs to go down for Naniwa. Time stop going down. Kane trying to bait the force fields. These forward queens really helping. And their mothership core goes down, folks. Kane pressing forward. Beautiful force fields going down. More force fields going down. Lings coming around for Kane, but his roaches are cut off. Kane forcing to pull back. However, there's no mothership core here, so Naniwa is more committed to this attack. With no third on the field for Naniwa, Naniwa is completely all in. 3 more force fields going down for Naniwa. Good job not having very much overlap, but Naniwa is losing energy rapidly, and Kane's not throwing away his units foolishly. Kane biding his time. He knows that Naniwa is committed to this because he lost his mothership core. These forward queens really helping for Kane, along with brilliant army spread. Kane producing more units, going in here knowing there's not many force fields left. Roach is flying up against Naniwa, smashing into his army. Good force fields for Naniwa here, but Kane has been making units for so long that it looks like he's going to be able to hold off this attack. However, those are Protoss units, as Idra would say. Kane being forced to pull back. 9 more roaches, +1 about to finish for Kane. Kane pressing forward, more good force fields for Naniwa. Queen getting zapped, Roach getting destroyed. Kane just trying to hold this attack. All he has to do is hold it and he'll be in good shape. Naniwa pressing forward. This push is losing steam as Kane builds more and more army off of his fabulous economy. Creep spread getting destroyed for Kane. This is good for Naniwa, obviously. Naniwa reinforcing with that warp prism, wanting to break Kane, but he's in a very hard position on this wide open map. Naniwa trying to get himself into a good position, maybe trying to be able to force field into a corner. Good force fields going down for Naniwa, but beautiful arc from Kane. Kane surrounding Naniwa from all angles, crushing down on him. Pristine force fields, but I don't think it's going to be enough with only one immortal left, folks. Naniwa being pressed against a wall. This isn't good, everybody. Naniwa getting annihilated by our Canadian might. Our Protoss brethren are cringing right now. Naniwa just saying, probably sitting at his computer disgusted right now as his all-in gets annihilated by Kane, who so brilliantly forced the force fields from Naniwa while building up his army. Naniwa, why do you dance, he asks. Kane, I'm sure will respond, oh, sorry, he says somewhat sarcastically. Kane knows the game is over and knows he can freely chat. Ooh, Naniwa says, the only thing you can win is ladder games, and you dance? Kane responding with a laugh. Naniwa claims that he's 100 times more accomplished than Kane will ever be. He says, you dance? I'm 100 times more accomplished. And you fucking dance? Learn your place, scum. Okay, so we got the Russell. We got the Russell, everyone. So that was quite the game. Naniwa going for a clever little all-in, but with good spreading and good macro, Kane managed to hold it off. If you enjoyed it, rate the video.